Coming up, Iowa City's mayor reacts to the Chauvin trial verdict.
And later, the Latino Native American Cultural Center celebrates a milestone anniversary.
Welcome to DITV Now, your flash update of all the biggest headlines coming out of the Daily Iowa Newsroom. I'm Bailey Chuhan.
And I'm Albert Williams. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has been found guilty of murdering George Floyd. After 10 hours of deliberation, Chauvin was found guilty of all charges. Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague showed support for the verdict.
I want to thank the members of the jury for reaching this verdict. I support this verdict and hope that it serves as a clear message to law enforcement that you will be held accountable for criminal and hateful actions.
Additionally, Vice President Kamala Harris used the verdict to indicate the U.S. has further work to do.
A measure of justice isn't the same as equal justice. This verdict brings us a step closer, and the fact is, we still have work to do. We still must reform the system.
Leaders across the U.S. support the verdict and the precedent it sets.
The Latino Native American Cultural Center is celebrating 50 years on the University of Iowa campus. Daily Iowan Managing Editor Xandra Skores is in the newsroom with more on the LNAC's history.
That's right, Bailey. The center was established in 1971 by 3 University of Iowa students. It's been a staple for Latinx and Native American students ever since. The LNAC has grown to having a full-time coordinator and a student leadership team. The LNAC is a physical place for Latinx and Native American students to express their identities. The center has been closed for the past year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but that didn't stop programming. The center has provided a safe space for students to share their identity and celebrate their culture. Back to you, Bailey.
Iowan women in politics are being honored with a new website. This project has been a collaborative effort with the Iowa Women's Archives, the university libraries, and the League of Women Voters in Johnson County. The website is called A Salute to Iowa Women Politicians, and it will be revealed today at noon. The main feature is a database of female Iowan politicians from the local to federal level. It will also have interviews with legislators talking about their time in office.
Also, I hope that girls and women can look at it and see people like themselves and hear experiences that they can relate to.
This website is part of a series called Hard Won, Not Done that commemorates women getting the right to vote. The hope is that this website will provide the resources and support for more women to run for office.
It's taken a lot of effort to get to this point, and we are not even close to equal representation or this being even extremely common. Like, wow, there's still ways to go, and it's so easy to take for granted.
The site hopes to expand in the future to include more full biographies of female Iowan politicians. The Iowa field hockey team faced a series loss to Northwestern just days before the Big Ten tournament. The back-to-back losses made this the only 2-game series Iowa has dropped all season. Iowa is currently seeded number 5 in the Big Ten tournament, and they're currently tied with Maryland for the lead in the conference. Iowa is looking to break that tie in postseason play. The Hawkeyes will kick off their tournament run tomorrow at 1:30 at Grant Field in Iowa City.
Kinnick Stadium hasn't honored UI athletic teams in over a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Until now. The 2021 NCAA wrestling champions were honored on Saturday. The Hawkeyes' historic season was recognized in front of over 7,000 fans at the open spring practice. The Hawkeyes were also honored for individual accomplishments, including Spencer Lee's 3rd NCAA title. It's slowly but surely warming up again. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 30.
Thank you for tuning in to DITV Now.
Tune in tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. for our live newscast. We'll have the latest on the University of Iowa, Iowa City, and Hawkeye Nation. From Iowa City, I'm Albert Williams.
And I'm Bailey Chuhan. Have a great day.